Time now for your forewarned weather with Thomas Keyboy.
Good Monday morning, Utah. Time is currently 6:12. I hope that you had a fantastic weekend and were able to get outside and enjoy it because it was just beautiful over the weekend. And I say that because changes aren't too far away. We'll talk about that in just one moment, but let's start off with this view from Utah State University overlooking Old Main. You won't find any issues as you head off to work or school across the state. It's actually relatively mild and breezy across the state this morning. Here's the current view from southeastern Utah. Just enough cloud coverage to create what's likely going to be a pretty sunrise within the next hour or so. Temperatures as you head out the door are mainly sitting in the 30s and 40s. And again, for this time of year, it's actually fairly mild and daytime highs today. While they won't be quite as warm compared to what we saw yesterday, they still will be pretty mild across the state, with most seeing 40s and 50s, while areas in central and southern Utah will actually see a few spots see daytime highs in the 60s as we get to 67 in Moab, 65 in St. George. But when you look at the overnight lows tonight, you'll notice that within the next day, we do have some big changes on the way, as by tonight into tomorrow, our next cold front will work its way in. After daytime highs along the Wasatch Front reaching the mid-50s today, we'll likely see those overnight lows tonight drop into the mid and upper 20s. What is likely going to start off as valley rain will likely transition over into valley snow. Park City this afternoon will see a daytime high of 42, which means in Park City we could start off as rain, but we'll quickly transition to snow with that overnight low dropping to 16 degrees tonight. In central Utah, daytime highs will mainly be in the 40s and 50s here, with Castledale and Green River getting into the 60s. And then as we move into southern Utah, daytime highs will go anywhere from 45 in Bryce Canyon to 68 degrees in Lake Powell, 65 degrees in St. George. And we'll see a daytime high of 60 degrees in Milford, but you'll notice that by tonight, overnight lows for just about all spots really outside of the southernmost portion of the state will be dropping to below freezing. On the forewarn radar, everything is nice and quiet for the time being, but as we expand the view, you don't have to look too far to the northwest to see our next cold front, and by this afternoon into tonight, that's the cold front that's going to work its way into our neighborhood, bringing in that much cooler air compared to what we've seen recently. And as we see that transition over to snow, we'll have winter weather advisories and winter storms aplenty go into place, including along the Wasatch Front. So we have winter storm warnings posted for our northern mountains, central mountains, the Wasatch Plateau, and the western Uintas, while the southern mountains are within a winter weather advisory. But we also have winter weather advisories for the Wasatch Front, Tooele, and Rush Valleys, the Wasatch Back, and even down into portions of southwestern Utah, including Cedar City. Most of these are going to begin later today or tonight and will continue in large part through tomorrow afternoon, as we could see 1 to 4 inches for most valleys within these advisories, again, including along the Wasatch Front. 2 to 8 for most mountain valleys, 6 to 12 for most mountains, with locally up to 2 feet for some mountains. And it's also going to be windy across the state for today as well, as we have wind advisories that will be going into effect at 11 o'clock today and will continue through 5 o'clock in the morning tomorrow outside of Castle Country, which will continue through 5 o'clock tomorrow afternoon. Gusts upwards of 50 miles per hour are going to be a possibility within the advisories, but even outside the advisories, we'll likely see gusts over 30 miles per hour through today. Let's go ahead and begin the futurecast, and I'll stop this at 1 o'clock this afternoon. And by 1 o'clock, we could start to see a few spotty showers in northern Utah as that cold front moves in from the northwest, but that chance for wet weather only increases from this afternoon into this evening. Ahead of the front, we're likely going to see valley rain and mountain snow, but as we get behind the front, including along the Wasatch Front by 10 o'clock, showing that transition to straight snow, while we'll be looking at showers working their way into the southern portion of the state. Scattered showers will likely continue through tonight into tomorrow morning, with tomorrow morning likely being the roughest of the commutes. And even though the forecast model not optimistic that by tomorrow afternoon we'll be holding on to showers with that northwesterly flow and moisture in place, there's a good chance we'll at least see scattered showers across the northern half of the state before high pressure builds in by tomorrow night, and we'll see calmer conditions through the middle of the week. So when it comes to your futurecast snow, most valleys will likely pick up between 1 to 4, 2 to 5 for the benches, mountain valleys 3 to 6, locally up to 8. Cottonwoods could see 10 to 20, northern and central mountains 6 to 12, locally up to 1.5 feet, while the southern mountains will likely pick up between 4 and 8. In St. George, we'll have that chance later on today with isolated showers possible through our Tuesday. Calmer conditions through the middle of the week with daytime highs back on a warming trend before our next cold front likely arrives this weekend. Along the Wasatch Front, scattered PM rain likely transitioning the snow tonight into tomorrow morning. A high of only 35 degrees tomorrow, will be windy, but daytime highs will warm up quickly back to the 50s by Thursday, close to 60 by Friday before next cold front arrives this weekend.